my book report. And my book report today is on Adam Johnson's The Orphan Master's Son. This is the 2013 Pulitzer Prize winner for fiction, and quite honestly, one of the finest books that I have ever read in modern fiction. Adam Johnson weaves a tale of two individual lives, well, three, that is so compelling that you actually believe that this book is not a work of fiction, that it might actually be the memoirs of the characters. We start off with Pak Jun-do, the son of an orphan master who runs a North Korean orphanage. Now, North Korea allegedly is not too fond of their orphan situation. Probably pretty much rather completely eradicate orphans as to have them running the streets, especially in Pyongyang. Pak Jun-do grows up in the orphanage, and he's given control over the boys in the orphanage. He decides who will eat and who will not, and who will suffer and who will not, and he eventually works his way up to government positions in intelligence. He becomes a tunnel runner along the demilitarized zone between Pyongyang and Seoul. He then becomes a listening officer aboard a fishing boat. And that is where his adventure almost ends until he has to take a job as an English translator on a trip to Texas that turns into a major disaster. The end of that trip, Pak Jun-do is heard from no more. The second story in the book begins with an interrogator who never has a name. His job is to interrogate Commander Ga, hero of the Democratic People's Republic of Korea, and an enemy, unfortunately, of Kim Jong-il. This takes place during the Kim Jong-il era. Commander Ga is supposed to be a champion Taekwondo fighter, married to the star actress of the People's Republic of Korea's cinema. But Commander Ga has had some changes, and you'll find out what those changes are as the novel goes on. This is a compelling, thrilling book. I absolutely love it. It is my current favorite work of modern fiction. I highly commend Adam Johnson for his skillful writing in this book. There's a touch of dark humor, and if he did his homework, and any of what he is saying is true from what we've heard about life in North Korea, it's pretty disturbing. So anyway, I highly recommend The Orphan Master's Son. Find a copy of it, get to your library, buy one cheap on Amazon or eBay. It's really well worth it. This one came from my local library. I think I'm going to buy a copy of it for myself to put on my shelf. It's also inspired me to look into the writings of Kim Jong-il. I've been curious about the books that Kim Jong-il wrote. I don't think I can take anything seriously that he ever wrote. I've never read Mein Kampf, but and I don't think I would ever want to. But I would prefer to read Kim Jong-il's works because I just think they would pretty much be laughable. I believe there are 11 books that Kim Jong-il wrote. I've spoken with my library and they're looking into getting me one of them, The Art of Cinema, as it was the only one I could remember right off the top of my head when I called the library. But I will be reading that, and I'll be doing a report on that when I get it. Possibly any of the other books of Kim Jong-il that I happen to run across. Let's hope it doesn't corrupt my mind. So anyway, once again, I don't know how many times I've mentioned this. I just think literacy is so important. Read. Please read. Expand your mind. If there's something you don't know about, look it up. Learn about something new. Learn something you never knew before. And read a good book, whether it's fiction or nonfiction. That's really important. So until next time, take care of yourself. Thanks for joining me. One other final thought on literacy is that if you or someone you know or someone you love has problems with literacy, there are all kinds of programs out there for them to learn about the joy of reading. There's the National Center for Literacy Education, Talk to your local libraries, your local school system, colleges, community colleges, and family service societies and social service departments. They can point you in the right direction for literacy programs. Reading is so fundamental and so much fun. There's just a gigantic world out there when you can read. So please, if you have problems with literacy, find help. Thanks. Take care.